video, I'm going to bring to you guys the top 5 best playbooks in the game right now to win more games. Let's get it. I'm going to break down the hotness for you guys. So if each playbook, go over kind of like the strengths and weaknesses of each playbook, some of my favorite plays, things to do with each of them. We're going to start at number 5 with the Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs has been one of the best playbooks, honestly, all year long, although I really probably wouldn't have had it in the top 5 until after this update. Now, guys, if you enjoy this type of content, remember, I do daily Madden 25 videos, tips, and gameplays, as well as college football 25 content, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, comment on the video, and getting back to this Chiefs playbook, man, if you like bunch, this is for you, because we have this new formation, bunch spread nasty. It's very good, which we'll go back to in a second here, show some specifics, but past that, you guys can see we have bunch X nasty, strong nasty, Y flex. That's a lot of very good bunch formations. And on top of that, we have the Y off trips nasty, which has been the, kind of like the little scummy RPO formation, the flat formation all year long. But the spread nasty, it's legit. You guys can see here, I mean, we got auto motion plays. We have plays like Chief Flood with kind of like some of the more angled fades, which are huge auto motion fades too. We have plays with corners, crossers, drags. Like already off the bat, we have a return route with a Z swirl in. We have a shock HV wheel that already has a built-in HV wheel as a little unique fade to the sideline. Got to play seam divide of wheels in the wheels in the seam. All right, you got to play in motion slide hitch. That is another glitchy play. I mean, this book is loaded. This formation is loaded. One of my favorite plays in this formation is actually the motion slot hitch. Now, you guys can see here with this formation, typically you're going to want to run it so your bunch is on the wide side of the field so you have more space to work with. Now, this play is pretty glitchy because, you have a pretty unique route to Rice right here. You can utilize this route to kill cover 2 because you guys can see here, it just hits that sideline area real tough. So if you go ahead and add a streak to this, man, you're cooking. So like right here, I'm just going to do a simple streak drag. Watch what happens with circle. I mean, circle just runs by everybody. I mean, I don't even have a fast receiver. That's an easy touchdown. Now, there's definitely different route combos you can do in this play. Like, obviously, you're not always going to want to run that. That's just a very easy way to attack cover 2. But, something else I'll do a lot on this play is do like a wheel, a zig, drag. Just something very easy like this. The wheel works with the zig, and then the drag works with the post, as you guys can see here. Super easy route combo, but very good to beat any sort of zone. So this formation right here is definitely one you're going to want to look at. The only weakness to this formation is technically there's not a tight end. So if you're going up against one of those heavy blitzes where it's better to block the tight end, you're going to have to get a little creative. But obviously there are other formations in this playbook that you could audible into situations like that, like the bunch X nasty, for instance, which is another really good bunch formation. So honestly, to me, one of the best things about this playbook is the audibles all kind of work together. They're pretty quick, and you can really quick hike people off your audible game. Coming in at number 4 on the list is the Saints. Now, unlike the Chiefs, I would say the Saints, nobody really used this year until this update, because the Saints, they got a lot added to it after this update. It kind of goes crazy now. If you're looking to become a better Madden 25 player and win more games, check out sportsgamers.com. This is where I post all my premium content. You get all my offensive and defensive schemes, ebooks, weekly tips, blitzes, money plays, bombs, and more. I have all the best content available at the cheapest prices available anywhere. Sign up today for as little as $9.95. Click the link in the description. I also pinned it in the comments. Let's win more games and dominate together, boys. Now, the main thing that you're going to see in this playbook that is really focused on is the doubles, flex Y off close. This is very similar to the normal close formation that a lot of people still run out of Eagles. It's just a little bit different in the alignment, and honestly, it has more plays. So you'll see there's auto motion plays to the running back, screens. There's very unique fade routes that are angled to the sideline, that's always huge this year, by outside and even slot receivers. There's unique plays with auto motion routes to the running back. There's unique routes look at this, angle Y wheel, one of my favorite plays this year. There's a unique jet pass with no motion that's kind of cool. PA snag, which we all know, one of the better plays in the game because it just kills play action. Y sail, flood H post. I mean, this formation is low-key crazy, okay? But we're nowhere near done. This formation, or I'm sorry, this playbook, the Saints, is some of the most annoying off-meta stuff in the game. You know, you can definitely get creative with this double stack. This formation has really annoying RPOs. You know, it's been a formation that people have dabbled in over the years out of the spread stuff. Still pretty good this year. I want to say it's OP, but, you know, people aren't really used to facing it this year, so it's definitely something unique you can throw in. Even this tight Y off, you guys can see it has these 3 plays of auto motion that aren't actually a tight. It's really a bunch. You guys can see here, like, I'm going to show you guys, this is something that is like, basically, it's a hidden formation at the end of the day. Now, we're going to move the ball back so you can see, and we're going to go up against a few different looks, but this is not a tight. This is more of a bunch. You guys can see you have a bunch on the right. Now, you have a route right here to this Shaheed dude. This kills cover 2. This route is lethal against cover 2. So if someone's in any sort of cover 2, that's going to be a bomb. But what's really good about this play is, I mean, you can block the running back if you need to. Then just do a drag, post to the tight end, and you have a really nice route combo. You can extend the tight end post down, and you're going to see that, yes, you want to look at Shaheed deep if they're in cover 2. As you guys can see here, that is cover 2. And that is a laser. That is a laser. But if you go back and look at the replay, you'll see we got a lot more going on. Now I'm going to go up against a different look in a second here. I just want to quickly show you that this is lethal against cover 2. Again, this is a very unique route, similar to what I showed in the Chiefs, that breaks more to the sideline. So, you know, you can get that easily away from the safety. But what's really good about this is you can't just focus on that. And, you know, if they are on a cover 3 or cover 4, that's kind of like a route that prevents them from stick switching over the middle to either your post, your drag, or the return route. Very good spacing. So, if you do see like a cover 4, cover 3, something other than cover 2, you can still easily exploit that. Now, like right here, we're just going to go basic cover 4. I do want to point out before I go more into this play that like this playbook also has the Y-off trips nasty, so we already know that's hell. The bunch X nasty, bunch Y flex. I mean, heavy Saint, U-off stack, some unique stuff here. But this is really like, to me, super, super tough. So let me again go back into this. Let's look at cover 4 this time. This is just cover 4, which is kind of like the base coverage a lot of people adjust out of this year. A lot of people will do like, you know, just a simple blitz with a, you know, kind of like a 3-4 man blitz out of this. But whatever. We just want to look at this coverage more than anything. And you guys can see what I'm saying. This play will dissect any coverage. Because, like I said, you immediately want to look at that one receiver to see if he's, you know, open, potentially because they're in cover 2. Maybe they press you, maybe they blitz, maybe they stick switch. But if he's not, then we go over the middle. You're going to look at that tight end post, which honestly could have potentially fit in here. The drag, which we definitely could have fit in. And then the return routes. It's kind of like boom, 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 1, 2, 3 real quick. Return is kind of my last read. I'm looking at the post and the drag tight end stuff first. Like I said here, I could have honestly went to the drag, but this return route is probably the most annoying route in the game. You basically have to have like a hook zone in the slot at about 5 yards sitting underneath it, which if you do that, very hard to stop the other routes too. Very, very, very good play. This is, again, kind of a hidden formation, and it also has other plays off the same look, so they can't cheat on this. Coming in at number 3 on the list is the Bucks. Now, the top 3 playbooks in the game, I was very tempted to switch the order on. I had the Bucks at 1, 2, 3 at certain points. Honestly, the top 3 playbooks, I think are by far the best. You could kind of interchange them. They're all very good. But the Bucks playbook is, again, another one that I don't think a lot of people looked at before this update. But after the update, this playbook is loaded. And to me, the 2 best formations right now in this playbook are the gun bunch tight end and then the gun normal Y off close. These 2 formations audible together are absolutely insane. You guys can see bunch tight end added a lot of new plays in this playbook. And, you know, no, we don't have PA verticals, unfortunately, but we have more than enough to make up for it, man. I mean, these new so you have plays with the auto motion fade, like the cheat tight end hitch team, kind of like you have out of the trip side and flex auto motion fade. I mean, to me, that altogether eliminates cover 0 blitzes. That route, if you cover 0 blitz it, you're out of here. GG's, it's over with. You have PA boot over, so you do have a play action if you want to call one. You have runs. But these are the plays, man. Of course we have whips. Like, yeah, we have whips, mesh, whatever. But these are the plays. Motion divide and motion slot flood. If you notice, motion slot flood has that very unique kind of fade route I've shown. Similarly, in the first 2, that kills cover 2. Then motion divide as the angle fade, kind of like Y sail angle fade, that just opens up everything because it's angled to the sideline. That's such a unique route. Then we go to normal Y half close, and this is very much similar to the Eagles. Very much similar. It's not exactly, but it's close enough. Motion angle Y wheel, switch corner, PA snag. I mean, Y sail. Now you have something unique. Mesh spot. Eagles doesn't have that. And what's unique is now with mesh spot and Y sail at a Bucks, you have an angle fade to the sideline on both sides. That's actually huge. That changes the way people have to play defense on you. And Eagles doesn't have that. It doesn't. So you might say to yourself, well, Bucks doesn't have the cheap flat play. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, but mesh spot, guys, I'm telling you, don't sleep on it. On top of that, there's some other unique stuff here. We have the bunch strong nasty with the double pass cheese. Not going to get into that, man. Y'all should know about that by now. This playbook's legit, but just to show you guys why I like this so much, you can go in between bunch tight end and normal wide close and have a hell of a scheme. I mean, this formation right here is just absolutely insane. To me, it's one of the best in the whole game. Like, motion wide wheel is such a crazy play, guys. For many, it just has dots for everything. You can't really play any coverage on it all too well. Let's go right here. Let's go Tampa 2. So, essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the tight end side on the short side of the field. This is how I prefer to run it, but, you know, it's good on the wide side too. Now, guys, all I'm going to do here is streak the running back, drag the slot, and that's really it. You can, come back that outside receiver, but he's already on one. Now, against cover 2, what you're going to notice here is the tight end is just going to run by the flat, and the safety, he's not going to be able to get to the sideline in time because, he's sitting in the middle field. You got the streak out the backfield and that kind of like crossing post, right? So this dude is naked against cover 2 for a big play. If that's a fast guy, it could be a touchdown. Keep in mind, you still have reads out of the backfield on the streak over in the middle with the drag and the post crossing thing. So there's other stuff there. You can't just like load up on the tight end. It's a real tough play. This play is also good against like cover 3 because you can actually bomb cover 3 for a tutty. A tutty-wutty, buddy. You can bomb them. Let me show you. So, same play. Let's go cover 3 here. Let me just pick a good cover 3 for y'all to give you a good look at this. Where are we at? Cover 3. Here we go. Here's a cover 3. So, we got cover 3 right here. Let's show you what we got. This is just a basic cover 3. Like, nothing special. We're going to do the same setup. Drag to the slot. Streak the running back. That's really it. Watch Trey Palmer. Touchdown. Why did this happen? Well, it's quite simple. This is a unique route. It's kind of a crosser, kind of a post, very unique route. And what happens here is basically this corner, he plays the comeback route. And then we just run by the safety. Decent pass lead, fast receiver. That's a touchdown, boys. Like I said, 1 through 3, these playbooks are very close on my list, but coming in at number 2 is the San Francisco 49ers. Yet another playbook that nobody was really running before this update. Now, this playbook is kind of close to the Saints, but I feel like it's better. It still does have the doubles flex, Y off close, pretty much the same key plays, I would say. Yeah, but, and this is probably going to be the main formation you see people in if they're in this, and it still has the tight Y off that I showed you in the Saints. But there are some key differences. So the biggest difference and why I like this one better is while those are the same, this also has the bunch spread nasty I showed you in the Chiefs, very similar, and then the wide trips weak. Now, you might say to yourself, Duke, like what's good about the wide trips weak? And like in general, sure, it's not been a super popular formation this year, but it's actually very, very, very tough. And I'm going to tell you my favorite plays. So I like this wide fork dig. You guys can see very good stock play. Look, you have a good corner, a good dig, a good whip, a good post. I mean, those are all good routes, right? You have this slot seam. That's an angled fade down the middle to the slot. That's very, very, that's again, a unique route. You're always looking for unique routes you can't easily find. Clear out. Look, angled streak right down the middle to the tight end. Again, extremely unique route. Shock H option. Look, you got one of those weird fades to the sideline. in the slot, that's great for cover 2. So those are some pretty unique routes. But I haven't even told you the most unique one yet. Goal line fork zig, or GL fork zig, man. This is my favorite red zone play in the game right now. Hands down, period. So let's just take a look at this. Let's go some sort of, let's go some sort of zone here. Cover 3, whatever. All right, we're going to move it down. It's about 5 yards, right? We're going to put the trips on the wide side. Now, there's a lot of different ways you could run this play, okay? There is. But what I really like about this, and we're going to just flat the running back right away, is this route to Samuel, man. This route to Samuel is a little cheat code. So after that, like if you did have Hot Route Master, Slot Apprentice, whatever, to put the slot receiver on a wheel, you could do that. We don't necessarily have that. So I'm just going to leave this play stock. Like if I had hot routes, I would probably just put them on a wheel and do something over the middle to the tight end. We can't do that. So we're going to leave it stock and show you guys that even stock, this is really, really, really good. So look at that. That's a delayed route. I mean, this is not a route you find anywhere. So take a look at this. Look, this route's just chilling like it's a smoke screen. So we got the tight end going to the corner of the end zone. We got the slant over the middle. My man's just chilling like a villain, just chilling. Then he's like, you know what? Oops, nah, never mind. Little dagger route over the middle. Touchdown! Let's get it, man. This play is money in the red zone, bro. Money. So coming in at number 1 on the list, man, is the Eagles, man. Eagles won the Super Bowl. They got the best playbook, man. I've been running this playbook a lot of the year. And these other playbooks are great. Like I said, I almost had another playbook at number 1. But, man, I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to get off the Eagles playbook, bro. It's just got so much good stuff. So let me just tell you some of the best things about the Eagles playbook. This playbook also got some new stuff with the update, too. So, looking at the trips tight end, if you guys didn't see, recently I broke down this play action glitch. It's got it, the PA slot corner. There's others, but this is just one of the better ones. It has they also added the auto motion plays out of trips tight end. So like here, you can see clear out seam and cheat flood divide. They got the auto motion fade, and this clear out seam is unique because in addition to auto motion fade, on this side, you got that fade in the slot. So it's like you got the auto motion to kill any sort of like press, cover 0. Then you got this kind of fade in the slot in case they're playing cover 2, man. That's tough. Then, of course, you got everybody knows about this by now, I hope. Trip side and flex, man. Motion wide post. If you know, you know. If you don't, bro, I don't know, man. You probably struggling if you don't know about that. Then, this is the main thing. Normal wide close. This right now is the best, if not, like, it's hands down top 2 to 3, if not the best formation in the game. Like I said, very good at Bucks too. The difference is out of Eagles is you have cheat slot fade. You guys can see angle fade to the slot. Very good play. And then you also have the, where's that here? The cheat flat X post play. So that's a very unique play because you actually got an auto motion flat route. So again, that's really good against the blitz. Someone's blitzing you. This is probably the play you want to run. I mean, you still do have the other plays I mentioned like wide sail, the jet touch pass, snag, all that. But let me just show you guys a very easy way to run the cheat flat X post. So I really like this. Like I said, if somebody's just, you know, maybe they're 4-3, even 6-1 in us, they're giving us the 6-1 treatment, or just any heavy defense like that, this is good. I mean, it's good against anything, but especially these types of Ds, because someone's trying to blitz you, man, that auto motion to the tight end, that just kills the blitz. You guys can see this just out of position. You have a fast tight end there. We're going to get a ton of yards. Maybe we're going to score. As is, we still got a real good gain. Now, here's how I like to run this play, okay? So, I like to stem the outside receiver right here up all the way. Because what that basically does is it just turns it into a streak, okay? So now I basically have a streak. That way, if they cheat on the flat route to the tight end, that's over the top. But if it's in the zone, it helps because that allows Smith to get open right on the post. Now, if it's some sort of zone, I'm not worried about the blitz. I'll probably also flat the running back. If they are blitzing and I'm worried about the blitz, I'm just going to block the running back to give myself time. Because the thing is, if they're blitzing me and they see I do the auto motion, they're going to run over there. It's going to mess up their blitz, and blocking the running back will give me enough time to now, like, obviously that's open, sure. But, like, let's say it wasn't open. then I have enough time to make my reads like right here. I mean, that's, as you guys can see, it's an easy touchdown. So let's just go to the replay and show you how this play breaks down this blitz. Like, obviously, I could have just thrown to this dude in the flat again, sure. But let's ignore that. See, this route I stemmed up is actually a post, but it acts the same as a streak. It's a deep threat. If they press me, do something stupid, he's gone. But if it's zone, it pulls the deep zones off, which then allows me to attack this post over in the middle. It's wide open. It's a man beater, but also it would work against zone in this situation. In this situation, though, we also have another man beater. The slot receiver on the return route, which, as you guys know, one of the best routes in the game, beats man, beats zone, bam. And like I said, if they blitz you, just send the running back out the backfield on a flat. That'll help the return route. Really, really tough play, man. Hope you all enjoyed the video, man. I'm out.